It's a rabbit hole too.
Another rabbit hole, y'all. But we're gonna there's two levels to this we're gonna talk about. Migos rapper Takeoff shot dead in Houston at 28.
Oh,
He was born in 94.
Huh?
Oh, he was born in 94.
That means it's you. Oh. Sometimes I forget we live.
So on the first level of this story is kind of strange because on Halloween, Takeoff and Quavo decide to go to, I guess his name is J Prince Jr. or Jazz Prince, his party, his get together he got going on at a bowling alley. Now the first thing I thought is, Quavo and Takeoff didn't go to a celebrity bash. You know how these celebrities on Halloween, they like to have these big parties, these get-togethers to dress up. They didn't go to one of those?
To celebrate these harvests.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. So on the first level of this, you go, oh, here we go. Another hip-hop violence. I don't know why we have just death culture, where we worship death and violence almost. Here we go with more black man killing another black man.
You don't know why?
You don't know why.
We being one-dimensional.
There's two sides to this story.
Okay.
Damn. You know, obviously the whole black on black crime thing that people bring up. So apparently at a dice game, actually it was a dice game happened. It led to an argument, led to an altercation outside of the bowling alley. Quavo gets punched. His nephew, Takeoff, steps up, about to get into it. Apparently, some people are accusing the guy standing next to him in a yellow hoodie is the one who shot him, grabbed his body for protection so that they couldn't shoot him. Quavo's half-brother fires towards the direction of the dude. So people initially, thanks to DJ Academics, was accusing Quavo's half-brother of shooting Takeoff. But now people are saying it was actually a guy named Little Cam in a yellow hoodie over a dice game. Now, keep in mind, the reason why Migos and Takeoff was there, they were checking in, quote unquote, with what they call them, a Rap-A-Lot Records. They were checking in with Prince, the Princes. You can call them that. J Prince Jr.,
Why
Jazz Prince.
does the black community have to check in with them when they go there?
We talked about this before. I don't understand the check-in culture. Why is it
just black people?
A person who, let's say, I wonder if, who's a white, Eminem. When Eminem goes to Houston, do he got to check in with you?
No.
Who's another rapper? I can't think of another. Who's another
Mac
rapper?
Miller.
When Mac Miller's alive, did he have to check in?
Matter of fact,
G-Eazy, do he got to check in? MGK.
He from Texas.
Who?
The one that got a kid with a black girl, a black woman.
Paul Wall.
Paul Wall too. It's another one. What is it? He with Megan Fox? Not Megan Fox. I think they were together before.
MGK. He's not from Texas.
I thought he's from Texas.
I think he's from Detroit. That's like Eminem. That's why they went back and forth.
Do he have to check in when he go there?
I don't think so. When all these other races come to these places like LA, Texas, New York, I don't know if it's in Georgia. They're doing it in Georgia, Jersey, Chicago. Do you really got to check in? And another thing, if you got to check in with somebody and you end up dying in their presence.
Machine Gun Kelly is from Houston, Texas.
He is?
Yeah, he is. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Okay. So do he got to check in when he go to Houston?
He from Houston, so he don't got to check in. He from there.
Okay. So they make these people check in apparently, and he ended up checking in and he still got checked out. Everybody using that. I shouldn't have used that because everybody using that.
What?
He checked in and had to check out. Everybody using that. But yeah. So whatever reason we got this check-in culture. He ended up dying. In the first look, obviously, he died over a dice game in an argument. Whatever. But there's more to this story. Once again, I'll ask myself immediately, why did they go to this? Why were they deciding to support this on this night? Remember, they released a music video on Halloween called Messy. And I showed you the video. And then it starts with Quavo shaking Takeoff in the car saying, wake up, because he was asleep. And then they go into what's called, and he has some questionable lines in the song, and people are saying, oh, this is eerie. But you know, when somebody die,
everything looks like,
eerie.
How we didn't see that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it is what it is. But let me show this right quick.
Before we leave this page, You see what color his glasses are? It's like the purple.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back.
Yeah, the red and the blue.
And that brings together what? Red and blue brings together the. It brings together the female and the male side.
Yeah. The rapper, real name Kirsnik Khari Ball.
Now,
go ahead.
When I see this name, you go, they don't look African American. That looks more like an Arabic.
I wouldn't say Arabic. It's more, well, when I looked at the name, it said that the name was Eastern European. That's what it said. But when I saw this name, I immediately thought of an Indian culture or something. Or you said Hamitic.
Was in Eastern Europe.
Huh?
What group of people was in Eastern Europe?
You mean who was there? Well, go ahead.
The Phoenicians was in Eastern Europe, weren't they?
I thought they was in West.
You sure?
Yeah. Up in Britain and all that stuff. All right. It says Takeoff, a member of the rap trio Migos alongside Quavo and Offset, died Tuesday morning, November 1st, after he was shot in Houston. Rolling Stone has confirmed the death of the rapper, whose real name was Kirsnik Khari Ball. He was 28. All right, let me show this right quick. The next one. Takeoff autopsy states Migos rapper died from gunshot wound to head, torso. Medical reports revealed the rapper, given name Kirsnik Khari Ball, was struck by multiple bullets. The results of the Takeoff autopsy, we saw that. According to the AP report, the autopsy published Wednesday by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Scientists stated Ball's cause of death to be penetrating gunshot wounds of head and torso into arm, and listed the manner of the death as homicide. According to authorities, continue looking for information leading to identification of Baller's killer or killers. Houston Police Sergeant Michael Arrington on Tuesday confirmed that the incident occurred following a private event at 810 Billards and Bowling in downtown Houston. Arrington stated that an altercation broke out and a large group gathered outside the venue's third floor entrance and at least 2 guns were fired. Those wishing to report trips to Houston police anonymously can call Crime Stoppers. All right. Takeoff's music label, Quality Control Music, has posted a statement to Instagram stating the rapper offstage named Kirsnik Khari Ball was killed by an errant gunshot during an early morning altercation inside Houston's 810 Billings and Bowlings on Tuesday. So they're saying it was he was hit with a stray bullet. That's what they were saying right here. They were saying he's hit with a straight bullet. It doesn't make sense because they say he was shot. They said a bullet entered the back of his head. The label proceeded to ask the public to respect Ball's family and friends' privacy as they grieve. Houston police officials have yet to confirm any particulars regarding the gunshot that ended the 28-year-old superstar's life. Only saying the argument took place and escalated to the point where at least two guns were fired outside the third floor entrance of the downtown bowling alley at 2:30 on Tuesday. The shooting occurred after the privately booked event at 810 Billings and Bowling occurred in the midst of a large group of 40 or more people. Well, it shouldn't be hard to find them because there's only 40 people. Who were the people arguing? Who were the people that shot? There's your killer. All right. So now we're going to go straight to this. Now, this is the guy they said who did it. They're saying he's been found dead, but I don't think this is true. The Lil Cam, 5th Ward Mob Ties member. This is the name of the group they with Lil Jazz and all them call themselves Mob Ties. Member was shot dead in Houston. Takeoff Migos alleged killer died in shooting. Joshua Isaac Cameron, allegedly suspect in shooting death of rapper Takeoff, was reportedly shot dead in Greater 5th Ward, report said. Now, after the shooting, and this dude's picture popped up on the internet, Jay Prince, the father, came out and said, you know, things happen, people shooting with their eyes closed, and you can't hide behind me. What's need to be done will be done, speaking in code and all this stuff. Basically saying somebody he knew who did it, and saying that the person who did it, it will be handled. I still don't believe this because you had other reports saying that they were hiding him and all this other stuff. But this is just all speculation. But I want to talk about a deeper look at this. On Halloween, November 1st and November 1st and November 2nd is what?
Day of the Dead.
It's referred to as Day of the Dead.
It can also be, some people celebrate it on November 6th too.
Yeah. When we look at this right here, Takeoffs, and before we get to that, I'm not even going to this. I'm going to say this right quick. At what point do we look at our culture and recognize what's necessary and what's not. I'm about to ask the question: is hip hop a necessity for us at this point? It used to be a form of expression politically and all this other stuff, racially, but at this point, is it necessary?
I think the Most High is trying to tell us we need to let it go.
I mean, we move on.
Is like you said last week, trauma. Hip hop is what? Isn't it considered trauma music?
I can even when it first was brought out. I mean, we could look back at blues music. It's trauma. Most of our music we make through our trauma. That's what I was saying. We base our entire identity out of our trauma. Even our music, our expression, everything. Hell, our mannerisms, everything, how we talk. We base it all out of our trauma. I mean, hell, everything that happens, like we asked the question, I remember when somebody said, why do black people, when they laugh, do they got to stand up and run away from each other and all this other stuff? And somebody said, oh, it's because on the plantation, when black people would laugh, the master would get mad. So when they start laughing, they have to get away from each other. So they wouldn't get caught laughing in the group. And he said this became a form of, now I don't believe that's what it is, but the point is we always find a way to find trauma, and even in our moments of happiness.
Well, I tell you what,
cookouts, everything.
You know how lately, you just have cultures coming out of the woodworks, and it's just like, well, we created this, we did this first, and Black Americans are like, you're lying, we created this.
Yeah.
So in a sense, something is trying to tell us to let it go, but we fighting and holding on to it.
Yeah, that too. But we've been more than willing to let other things go though. So we let country go. We let rock and roll go. we let jazz go. We let everything go. But
we didn't let R&B go either.
Oh, R&B as well. But hell, that's trauma. Singing about you breaking up. It used to be in R&B you sung about, in a way, it was more religious. Sung about the Creator.
R&B?
That was gospel. No, that was gospel.
Oh.
Gospel turned into R&B when we started singing more secular and more about our loved one, our woman, all this other stuff. That's been bastardized now where people making songs called "This Hoes Ain't Loyal." Like people sing R&B now talking about how much they don't like the person they're in love with. It's the opposite of what it was mainly for. So this became trauma based. Hell, who started that? Mary J. Blige. But anyway, now I'm gonna talk about this right here. In 2018, and this is like just stuff that's a coincidence, In 2018, Takeoff released a solo album called "The Last Rocket." Well, he was killed in Houston. Well, the sports team is the Houston Rockets. Now that's just a coincidence. It's not a big deal. That's just what it is. Let me show something else. As I said earlier, November 1st and 2nd typically are celebrated as Day of the Dead, but like Travis says, they do it on the 6th as well. But look at this right here. This is Jazz Prince. This is at the Halloween party. What is he wearing? He's wearing the Day of the Dead painting. He's the only one.
Yeah.
It's a coincidence, I guess. Let me show some more. Now, Migos, when they first came out, their most popular, their first song that really popped them off nationally, hell, even internationally, was a song called Versace. They put the song out. It was really popular, especially in the South. And then Drake did a remix of it, and it turned into a big hit. So this was the song that truly introduced them to the world, thanks to Drake. Now, Drake has ties to J. Prince Jr. That's the one who found him and introduced him to Lil Wayne and Birdman, who signed him and pushed him to the masses. So the man who introduced the world to Migos was introduced through J. Prince Jr. Okay. As you can see, there go Jacob Prince and J. Prince Jr. and Drake. And he got something on his shirt. You said it said one of these people can have your soul. Have your soul. Now remember,
what's his name?
People call him crazy, but what's his name?
From That's So
The
Raven.
dude from That's So Raven, Orlando Johnson, or Orlando something. Orlando. I forgot his name. He said that these celebrities,
Orlando Brown.
He said that these people like to replace you in your own body, which is literally Get Out. That's literally what Get Out is about. So it's funny he got that straight on, saying one of these people could save your soul.
No, one of these people can have your soul.
You think it's have or save?
Okay, you're right. Might be save your soul.
All right. This is him. Jay Prince is the one who they say convinced Drake and Kanye to end their quote unquote feud.
Beef.
Yeah. Now Versace, that is the clothing line, obviously. But they have their logo of Versace, the clothing, is a Medusa. So when you go to this right here, Medusa was one of three sisters called Gargo, but Medusa was the only one that could die. The other two were, you couldn't kill them. So these three sisters, only one could die. The other two could not be killed. All right. This is the person who killed her. I'm not even going to go too deep into this because I need another 2 weeks to really go further into that. Now, what about Migos and the three sisters who all, maybe I should read that part. Let me read that part. Gargons is a creature in Greek mythology. Gargons occur in the earliest examples of Greek literature. While descriptions of Gargons vary, the term mostly commonly refers to three sisters who are described as having hair made of living venomous snakes and horrifying visages that turned those who beheld them to stone. Traditionally, two of the Gorgons were immortal, but their sister Medusa was not and was slain by the demigod and hero Perseus. Now, what does the Migos and the Gargons or Medusa and her sisters have in common?
Dreads.
The hair. Their hair looks like snakes. When you look at this picture here, Offset here, with his hands across his mouth,
He'll never tell the secrets.
is telling you that he would never tell the secrets
of the school of mystery of Babylon.
Now, it just so happened that one of these were killed and the other two weren't. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Why did Offset choose to leave?
Because he wanted to get out of the deal, apparently. He got out of his deal, he got out of his deal that he had. And he wasn't allowed to make any albums with them because they were still signed. So that's why he, quote unquote, left the group. Now, you brought up a great point. Now, this guy here, Perseus, he says he is a son of Zeus and the immortal Danae. That's a woman. She was a human. As well as the half-brother and great-grandfather of Hercules.
So,
Quavo's
half-brother was there.
Half-brother was there as security.
They have to play out these whole rituals in Greek mythology. They have to play these roles in Hollywood.
Now, Travis came up with a crazy, crazy conspiracy. I couldn't even come up with this one. Go ahead and tell him. This is not him saying this was going to happen. This is just spitballing.
Well, first I said, do you believe that since Takeoff died, that Offset is going to get back in a group with Quavo? And you said possibly yes.
We're probably going to do some songs together now.
So I said, is it crazy that Cardi B will become the third member of Migos? Now, also, Migos.
Well, hold on. When you say member, do you mean she's simply going to start doing music with them or officially be called a member?
She's going to start doing music with them. I'm not going to say she's going to become
a member.
A member.
Yeah.
Is Cardi B somehow involved with Takeoff in this ritual?
Now,
because you remember.
Now, hold on. This is, once we talked about this on a surface level, black on black crime, killing somebody over a dice game, how stupid that is, and the cultural problems. But on a deeper level, these celebrities are into much, stranger things, as they say. So, you saying that she has something to do with it?
Remember, they saying that people was on Twitter and stuff asking Cardi B, why haven't you come out and said anything about Takeoff? You said something about that dude. What's his name? P&R Rock and all this stuff. And she didn't say anything. Madame Noir, the magazine, actually came out and defended her, saying Cardi B doesn't have to say anything. And I was like, why is Black Magazine doing a article on Cardi B not commenting on Takeoff? What is the big deal?
Why wasn't he speaking more on
I
Offset?
said because she got her hand in this. That's why.
I don't know. I think not enough stuff has happened yet. It's only been a week. It hasn't been a week. I'm sorry, not a week. When does this happen? November 1st. What's today?
Today is November 5th.
The 5th, so it's only been 4 days. So,
and this picture right here explains everything.
Yeah, so when I was looking at this, I was looking at the three-headed, deities and stuff, and I found the Trinity, which is Horus, Osiris, and Isis. And I said, man,
that's Cardi.
And I brought this up last night.
Quavo and Offset.
I brought this up last night, and then he said what he said about Cardi, and I was like, is that supposed to be Isis?
Yeah, she acts as Isis.
All right. So another thing I found was this. This is the Trinity. And now most people in America, especially in the West, when they hear Trinity, they think of the Bible or Christianity, should I say?
The whole,
it's not,
it's not called?
It's not in the Bible, but Christianity teaches the what's it called? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, that's it. That's the Trinity.
Well, that is a code thing that was created that is not in the scriptures. That is from the Babylonians. That's Nimrod, his wife, and his son. Then you have
the Catholic Church teaches that.
Yeah, Catholic. That's mainly that's Catholic teaching. So this right here is the Tamir. He said, what's this word? This is the Trimurti. This is Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the preserver, and Shiva is the destroyer.
So,
matter of fact, you can just put that one together yourself. It kind of tells you everything based off of that one. But then I want to show this right here because there's a lot of this going on. It seems the last couple. Now this is a Nigerian. What's his name? What they call them? Afrobeat artist or Afrobeats. I don't know which one. It's Afrobeat and Afrobeats ain't the same apparently.
Y'all know I be talking shit about Nigerians. When I saw this, when you told me about this, and I said it's trending. A Nigerian Afrobeat person's son dying is trending in America. When Afrobeats, I'm gonna speak for myself. I believe it's not a popular genre of music in the Americas.
But there's Nigerians in America.
There are Nigerians in America, but for it to be trending here, it's like
if there's Nigerians here, they're gonna tweet about it. It's gonna be trending.
So when I saw this, I automatically said he sacrificed his son. It's clear as day.
DeVito's young son drowns. Nigerian police question staff.
No, they should be questioning his ass on how he drowned.
So
allegedly. This is all alleged.
And I'm trying to get out of it now. Saying allegedly. Here we go, this shit.
Oh,